Hi everyone, meteorologist Ed Valley here, taking a look at the Midwest and Ohio Valley, and we got a busy week ahead. A lot of uncertainty still to come here, but we're aiming for a pretty significant winter storm in parts of far southeastern Iowa, part of the northern and central Ohio Valley as well. So let's go into it. There's a really interesting difference in some of our data we'll talk about. So today, no issues. Even looking from a wind perspective here. A little bit of a breeze, but really not too bad if we're being completely transparent here. Nothing we haven't dealt with before. Today's not bad at all. And then as we get into the day tomorrow, still no issues. I don't think Monday really has any issues at all. Looking at those wind speeds, again, maybe a little bit gustier here for Monday out of the north in parts of the Midwest and plains. We got winds anywhere from 15 to 35 miles an hour, maybe a few gusts towards 40. But again, no issues. So today and tomorrow, great, fine. However, Monday night, couple snow showers far north. That's not the big problem. Tuesday, you're going to notice there's going to be a cold front that's going to set up here. I want to show you that. There it is. Across Iowa, Nebraska, Kansas. It's going to be moving southward, though, through the day on Tuesday. So this is temperatures way above our heads. You start getting into the negative 20s. That's where that real core of the colder air mass is. But you notice it's a gradient that's going to be moving southward here for Tuesday. And that's going to be important because that's going to set up where the storm sets up. It's going to ride that gradient, really just to the south of it. And you can see where the rain breaks out Tuesday afternoon. Illinois, Indiana, Missouri. Why is that? Well, again, if you go back to the upper levels, see where the gradient starts? Right there. Look where the precipitation is. Right just to the south of that gradient. So that's why we watch those gradients. And the other reason we're watching it is watch what happens. Notice as the precip breaks out Tuesday afternoon, see how the gradient continues to move south? That means that rain is going to be the starting precip, but it's probably going to change over to snow rather quickly Tuesday evening. So where the heck does that happen? And that's where the problems arise. So the GFS, there's two things that are going on here. It's an initial wave along it's basically a cold front. So initially here Wednesday, it's rain, south, snow, northern Illinois, parts of southeast Iowa. And then watch what happens here if you look at the other data. Pretty much the same idea through Wednesday. So that's a good thing. That means we have some consistency. High pressure is building in to the north on Wednesday. Everything's kind of down to the south. Now, here's where things get a little tricky. Notice Wednesday afternoon, look at the difference where the precip line cutoff is. The GFS is up in southeast Iowa towards Chicago, further south on the Canadian, and then further south even still on the European. And that's as another system is going to dig in to parts of the southern plains, and that's going to be a follow-up disturbance for the Thursday time frame for us. So watch as that occurs on the European. Notice it's further south because it started further south, and the result is some snow in the southern Ohio Valley, parts of Kentucky, and then everybody else is high and dry. Whereas the GFS, you see here for Thursday, still high and dry here in the upper Midwest and plains. This is not your storm. But notice the cutoff is further north in Indiana and Illinois. So just to give you an example here, this is the same time frame, Thursday afternoon. The GFS would bring a heavy snowstorm from St. Louis to Champaign to Lafayette to south of Toledo, give or take. The European says, no. Let's bring that down to Clarksville, Tennessee, and Lexington, Kentucky. Very different. You see that? So it's much further south. So we have a lot to figure out. And you notice the Canadian model actually closer to the GFS. So let's show you that. Euro, Canadian, GFS. You see that? GFS is furthest north. Canadian is slightly south, but generally the same idea. Then the European right now is on its own to the south. So what do our ensembles tell us? Well, the European suggests 6 or more inches of snow is possible from St. Louis, basically to Lafayette to Toledo. The GFS is further north, just north of St. Louis, north of Lafayette, towards Detroit. So there's still an uncertainty here where that sets up. So again, our friends to the north, this is not your storm. Total snowfall from the GFS ensemble looks like this. It's a couple inches in southern Iowa, a couple inches in southern Nebraska, a bigger storm down from Kansas, right on up. There you go. Right on into Illinois and northern Indiana and into Michigan. European total snowfall, to give you an idea, just a little bit further south. But the same idea, nice swath of heavy snow, it's just south. So Euro, GFS. Euro, GFS. Probably a 50 to 75 mile difference that will resolve here in the coming days. And then beyond this system, for Friday, we may start out with a couple flurries, but we should dry out for Friday into Saturday. We'll watch a system to our north for next weekend. But again, really not much showing up here beyond this late week system. So we'll keep you in the loop. John will be with you this week. If you have questions, just let us know.